Well, speaking of that and about the elections, which are days away from by the time that you see this episode here, but Arizona is getting heated after Arizona Republican Kari Lake. I almost said Ricky Lake here, but you know.
Ricky.
Go Ricky, go Ricky. It's your birthday. But Kari Lake, who is another person I can't stand, is currently in a close race with her Democratic opponent Katie Hobbs, who's currently serving as Arizona's Secretary of State. Hobbs' national profile rose in the aftermath of the 2020 election and the Republican efforts to solve doubt over the presidential result in Arizona. However, Lake, who has backing the you-know-who, has repeatedly promoted his false claims about the 2020 election over the election frauds and the other nonsense I can't stand here that we're still hearing about. But one thing for sure about Kari Lake is that she is not backing down on that claim and won't commit one thing that she said on CNN. Take a look at this.
Let's look ahead,
Jana,
and let's talk about
Jana.
the 2022 election. Will you accept the results of your election, Ms. Lake?
I'm running against a twice convicted racist who cost the state taxpayers $3 million because of her hatred for people of color. She paid a woman of color in her office $30,000 less than men doing the same job. Last week, we learned she held a slave auction, a mock slave auction in high school. We saw her running from a black reporter, hiding in the bathroom from him.
My question is, will you accept the results of your election in November?
I'm going to win the election, and I will accept that result.
If you lose, will you accept that?
I'm going to win the election, and I will accept that result because the people of Arizona will never support and vote for a coward like Katie Hobbs, who won't show up on a debate stage. She's single-handedly destroying a 20-year tradition of gubernatorial debates because of her cowardice. So I know already, no momentum behind her. The polls are in our favor, and we're going to win this election. I'm 100% confident of that.
So what happens if she doesn't win this election? Will she still accept the result if she loses?
We'll never know until she wins. She's gonna win.
You really think she's gonna win?
Absolutely.
And so you're saying you're still gonna buy the fact that there's still election fraud in America?
That's America with the 3 capital K's for you. Are we confused? Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious! What on earth? Like what is going on here? There is no evidence of election fraud at all here. Like what kind of nonsense is that here?
Like you have a bit of a controversial opinion.
I do.
Over that, you were kind of applauding that you think she's going to win.
Yeah.
Why?
I appreciate her confidence.
You like her confidence.
I appreciate her relentlessness. I also hear that her opponent, I never endorse racist people or racism, so it seems like that's what she's running off of. And so, yeah, I'm definitely on the bag that she's going to win. And so we'll know then.
Yeah, but if she doesn't win, then how's that going to make everybody feel, even the people of Arizona?
The issues are still presented. She still talked about the truth, and she said something that now people can't unhear.
Yeah, there's certain parts that she said that were true, even when she talked about that we're all entitled to our First Amendment rights. That is true.
Right.
There's no disagreement on that here.
Sure.
But the thing that just irks me is
Yeah.
when you bring out false information that doesn't prove your point, like the election fraud here and the 2020 election. Like that, where is the evidence of fraud coming from? Because there's no evidence that shows that here.
I mean, I think it's a dangerous territory to just say, I'm not going to accept if I lose the election.
Is it? She said
yes,
it.
it is. And
said
that's why I
it.
think
Yeah.
she's a very dangerous person to have in our political world, along with,
Wow.
45 who didn't accept the results of the election and people stormed the Capitol.
So we're talking about the fact that this woman has made a commentary about election fraud, and because of that, she is not suited to be in her position, and she also can't accept that she won't win.
Yeah.
So that is the delicate.
She's basically backing 45, basically.
Okay.
Which I really don't understand why.
She's just doing it publicly. You know how many people are doing it in their closets, in their home, quietly? I'm confused.
I wonder how many people have taken breaks here on this show, because we got to take one of them. We'll be back here, all right?
That was a good one.
Wow, bold opinion.